Hey everybody, happy Easter. Welcome to your weekly forecast for Monday, April 11th through Sunday, April 17th. So there are only two major aspects this week, okay? And also, okay, Mercury moves into Taurus on Monday the 11th, and Mars moves into Pisces on Friday the 15th, and there is a full moon in Libra on Saturday the 16th. Okay, but the major aspects for this week, though, are on Tuesday, April 12th, Jupiter in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces. Pretty cool, pretty nice, really nice aspect. And on Wednesday, April 13th, the Sun in Aries sextiles Saturn in Aquarius. Also a very nice aspect. So this could actually be a really nice, pleasant week. Okay. I would like to remind everyone, first of all, let me thank my subscribers as usual. Thank you so much for your continued support and supporting my channel. Okay, the more people I get to subscribe and like and share this video, the more other people get to see it actually. It's in circulation, but we would like it to be in big time circulation, right? Whatever. Okay, so if you're new to my channel and you're watching this and you like this video, please subscribe and like and share so other people can also see it. Okay. Check out my monthly forecasts also, and in the description box below there's two links. One link is to something called Ask Me a Question, and it is for people who are only interested in a few things about their chart. But if you would like your complete chart done, there's also a link there to my website where you can find more information on that. Okay, so we'll get to whatever sign comes up next. So for Cancer, on Tuesday, April 12th, Jupiter in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces in your 9th house, where you have the sign of Pisces. Okay, and on the next day, Wednesday, April 13th, the Sun in Aries in your 10th house sextiles Saturn, transiting in your 8th house of Aquarius. So we've got your 9th house here, okay, with this really nice conjunction that, well, the 9th house is many things, but it is ruled by Sagittarius and the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter and Neptune here together bring about a very spiritual, religious, and philosophical outlook on your life. If you weren't that way, like recently, all of a sudden you could have woke up one morning and just, I don't know, thought you saw God, whatever. Or started to try to find him if you haven't already. Okay, so this is one of those kind of transits. This is also a time where you may feel that, you've found some kind of guru, or because of the way you have been living your life or whatever, and in your pursuit of, a more, your higher self or whatever, that you are feeling like you are the guru. Okay, when it comes to teaching other people about life, period. Right? So you may even, let's say, if you haven't already, started a YouTube channel or a podcast of some kind, or a written articles or something that you do that are available online for people to read. Okay, if you don't appear in yourself in videos. So it's something like that. It's something on a teaching level, I think. Where you are also learning and teaching about these very things. A lot of times you're raised a certain way or raised in a certain religion, so most of the time when Saturn hits this area, which it will be soon, is when you start to question all of that stuff, that maybe you don't even believe the same things that you did when you were a child, right? So as you grow into an adult, and especially now with this transit, it does make your outlook on life completely different. And it's very charitable and altruistic. Okay, that's what this transit does. So you have to kind of keep in mind that people could appeal to that nature right now of yours. Okay, as far as asking you to donate money or time. Money is one thing, okay? Now, we're getting to this Saturn in your 8th house, okay, of Aquarius, which is other people's money and resources, and that's where you have Saturn right now. And the Sun being in Aries, in your 10th house of your career and your most public life. It's your professional and personal reputation, how you're known by personal, by the public, okay? So you could be in the public eye right now, you know, and maybe people are asking you to help out in some way, possibly ask, you know, or speak on behalf of a charitable organization, represent them in some way or other. You know, it could be anything, anything. But you're in the public eye, and you have Saturn still in your 8th house of resources that may have dried up in some way or other, okay? Especially jointly held resources, okay? Or something that just someone gave you access to. A lot of times, you know, if you can't donate money, you can donate your time, or you can help someone in some way or other. So it could actually be something like that. But the 9th house is, though, the house of higher learning. So maybe there is something other than philosophy that someone is asking you to help them with. You know, maybe you actually know something, you know, that other people don't, and you're the one to help explain something even. And it could be to a group of people, a large group of people, possibly the public in some way, where maybe you're asked to explain something that you're really you know, kind of known for, possibly. You know, maybe that's why, you know, people are looking to you to, you know, I don't know, speak on some kind of subject or something. Okay, so for Capricorn, on Tuesday, April 12th, Jupiter in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces in your 3rd house where you have Pisces. And on Wednesday, April 13th, the Sun in Aries in your 4th house, sextile Saturn, transiting in your 2nd house of Aquarius. Okay, so Jupiter conjunct Neptune does bring about a very you know, philosophical outlook, okay? This is occurring in your 3rd house of communications, but your 3rd house is your everyday life. It's your neighbors and your siblings, cousins, but it's anyone that you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day. But as far as communications goes, this is regular postal mail, email, voicemail, text message, the written word. You know, you could actually write something at this time that really affects an awful lot of people. You could also receive news at this time that, and it could be in the form of a letter through regular postal mail that, you know, this in a way is, these two planets together is, it's a very charitable and giving time, you know, so whatever it is that, you know, any kind of information, let's say, that you receive in the mail, you might want to question it. It might seem too good to be true. It could be in regards to your finances, also having the Sun in your 4th house of your home and family. It's where you actually physically live, you know, the people you live with. It's your personal life. So it could be something that goes on there that affects these two things, your personal life and your home life and your finances. This could be, you know, whatever it is. Maybe the people in your neighborhood are trying to get something together to alleviate, let's say, like taxes, property taxes, or anything that's going on in your neighborhood that is a burden of some kind or other that needs to be changed. But I would have to say, though, that you could be asked to take part in something in your neighborhood. Your neighbors could ask you, right? Or it's just like your immediate area that you donate money or your time to for some kind of charitable act, okay, or organization. But I think having Saturn in your 2nd house, you know, probably is making you more, you know, first of all, it does dry up kind of like your income in some way or other. So you're not really going to part with income. So you might decide to help with your time if that's something that you're able to do. But you really don't have to help with anything, you know. I mean, you could just even just talk to people at this time in your neighborhood. Go about telling them something or other, giving them some kind of news, or possibly something that's coming up. It doesn't even have to be going on right now. But it looks like it's something very nice that's for everyone, not just you. It's for like the whole neighborhood. It's something that, you know, it could sound too good to be true, but it could actually be true. Okay. So for Aries, on Tuesday, April 12th, Jupiter in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces in your 12th house, where you have Pisces. And on Wednesday, April 13th, the Sun in Aries in your first house, sextile Saturn transiting in your 11th house. So the 12th house is the house of many, many things. And yes, it is the house of charity. Okay. And that's what this transit kind of like just screams. Jupiter conjunct Neptune. Charitable acts. Okay. You could be on the receiving or sending end. Actually, I think you're going to be asked at this time to help out in some way or other. To help someone who is confined to an institution of some kind. A nursing home, personal care home, or prison. Or even home, period. They cannot leave their home. Usually it's due to illness. Okay. But you could know somebody with one of them ankle bracelets though too, right? Who is unable to get out and do things on their own for themselves. So you could be asked at this time to help out in some way. A lot of times, you know, it could be money, that people are asking you for money to contribute to something, some kind of group or organization. This sextile from the Sun in your first house, okay, to your 11th house, where you have Saturn and your 11th house being groups or organizations that you belong to. It's also your friends and acquaintances, okay? So one of them could ask you to, you know, take part in something at this time. You know, even if it's like a, one of those so many mile walks, you know, walk for cancer or walk for this or that, you know. Yeah, you could probably take part in something like that. But you could also, though, as far as helping someone or you getting help, period, like for yourself, this could be something that you're doing in secret. The 12th house is the house of secrets. And you may have needed help here for some time now. So maybe you are finally getting the help that you need, okay? 12th house is, it's not just your health. It could be actual, like your mental health in some way or other. You don't really have to see, you know, a doctor or something like that, but you could be doing something that maybe you've even learned on your own that helps you, helps your mind in some way or other, you know. It helps to ease your mind, or helps, you know, you to, let's say like, it helps your fears, or getting rid of something like that. Whatever the reason, the 12th house is known as the house of self-undoing, and that's why, because it's your thought processes, and it means that you, okay, you can literally drive yourself crazy. Okay, so if anybody offers you any kind of help with anything, take it. Why not, right? For Scorpio, on Tuesday, April 12th, Jupiter in Pisces conjuncts Neptune in Pisces in your 5th house, where you have the sign of Pisces. And on Wednesday, April 13th, the Sun in Aries in your 6th house, sextile Saturn transiting in your 4th house of Aquarius. So your 5th house, where this conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune is occurring, is your house of romance and fun, gambling, speculation, which you'll be really prompted to do at this time. Might be a good thing, might not. Just a small wager. You know, I wouldn't, you know, bet on or spend a lot of money, let's put it that way, on gambling, because that's what this transit in this house kind of makes you feel like you know, you can't lose. You can you know, physically, your intuitiveness is just so off the charts that you know exactly what the outcome is going to be, and that's not going to work, okay? Not really going to work. Even the most psychic people, for some reason, are not super wealthy, right? If they knew everything, wouldn't they be rolling in dough? You know, rolling in, raking in the money. They're doing it through their a book or something or other that they're doing, or personal readings. But they sure as hell, I don't know too many even astrologers or psychic people who are millionaires. Do you? So, anyways, just keep that in mind. Don't do too much gambling, but you can do something. Okay, but as far as romance goes, though, too, this could be when you feel, oh, I've met my soulmate. You know, this could be the first time you meet someone, or the first time you realize the person you're with is your soulmate. Okay, and you have a really, really nice, like, awakening, more or less, in your relationship. It's also a time, though, when people could kind of like take advantage of the fact that maybe you're in a good mood, you know, you just want to have fun while this transit is here, and especially while Jupiter is here. You know, they may ask you to, because this is a very charitable transit. In fact, when it does come to romance, you could let something slide, you know, when it comes to your romantic partner. Something about them, you know, that they did, or something about them, their personality that maybe you don't really care for. You're just not going to see it right now. You will, though, soon enough, when Saturn will be entering this area. But for now, it's okay. You know, you can let the fact that, you know, I don't know, if they drink too much or something or other slide. Okay? But, okay, now with the sun in Aries in your 6th house of service to others, it's actually work, the kind of work that you do, your co-workers. It's the house of health, but I believe that this is also the house of service. I believe that's where this is going to play out, because it has a sextile to Saturn in your 4th house of your home and family life, and your actual home where you live, and the people you live with, and your personal life. So I think somebody might be asking you for a favor, and it could be in regards to maybe your home, letting them stay with you, or letting a friend of theirs stay with you, not even then themselves, you know, or asking you to help out maybe their family, not just your family, doing some kind of service, you know, such as, I don't know, driving, you know, your honey's aunt or uncle somewhere, you know, or picking up so-and-so at the airport, or, you know, it could just be something like that. So you could be in a good enough mood to say yes, but just make sure that all of these things aren't like a permanent arrangement. You know, like if you do something, you know, for them once, sometimes it depends on what it is, they may expect you to do this stuff like all the time. Okay, so it's just something to keep in mind. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast, and I'll see you guys next week, and happy Easter. Goodbye.